Radio V, radio in TV.
Hey, welcome to the Post Show, broadcasting live from T Radio V in Hollywood, California.
Hollywood!
This is where we elevate the creative cult. You guys know that. This is where people can, this is where the creatives can be seen, and you guys can see us. The creatives can see us, and everybody that wants to see creative stuff can see us. So keep tuning in, keep checking it out, because we've had some amazing people, and we'll continue to have amazing creatives that you may or may not know about. Okay, I'm Poe, by the way. Okay, so on May 23rd, on that episode of The Poe Show, I had the amazing Chuck Wright. You guys all remember Chuck Wright, with, of course, a beautiful Susie Malone, which is unforgettable as well, right? This episode was to promote Ultimate Jam Night, an incredible rock and roll extravaganza, now on its 68th week, organized by the organizer of all organizers, Chuck Wright. So on that day, I introduced Chuck to the station owner of T Radio V, Zenna Media Group, Zenna TV, Mr. Mike Zenna. And less than 1 month later, Ultimate Jam Night came alive in a big way. In just 5 days from the news of the Orlando shooting, the Ultimate Jam Night team and Zenna TV collaborated to bring the world Ultimate Jam Nights, a gift for Orlando. Very special night. A show that proved that people from all over the world can unite to put down hate and join in love. This was the first real-time digital fundraiser, with donations going directly and immediately to the cause from all over the world, literally all over the world, real-time, via Bravo Tipper Pay. In just 5 days, the group pulled off a worldwide live broadcast, introduced new technology, found and flew in a Pulse security guy who had lost 17 friends in the shooting, reached out and had bands fly to LA on their own dime to participate, created a whirlwind of media attention not only in LA, but nationally and worldwide, created a social media swell, and knocked out, believe me, one hell of a show. It's a prime example of the power of creativity and the creative spirit. So let's take a peek at kind of what happened that night. Okay, so that's what went down. That's really what went down. Half of those pictures are from a great photographer, which I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, but they're on the photos. Watch it again. And from my cell phone. And honestly, and that was amazing. The energy in the room was so positive and so full of love and bringing people together. And it was amazing. Not just the show. The show was amazing in itself. The setting was amazing. The whiskey was amazing. Everything was amazing. Okay, so cheers to the creative cult. This is how we get messages like this out. This is how we bring people together. Creativity, right? Duh. Thank you, for Chuck Wright. Thank you, Mike Zinna, for bringing it to the world. I mean, this is important, and this is what we can do as creative. And with technology, right? We can do this. This is great. Okay, so a reminder this Friday, July 1st, 8 p.m., direct from Hollywood, La Magique Fantastique, starring Susie Malone and Ariel Hartman with special feature BP Major. At the Federal Bar, 5303 Lankershim Boulevard, North Hollywood, California. Get your pre-tickets now for $10. They will be more at the door. I think they're $15. And the following, if you can get in, as it might be a hot, hot thing to go to. I'm going to be there. I'll give you a hug or lots. And a lot of you might be really uncomfortable with that. And the following night, July 2nd, 8 to 11 p.m., Jason Achilles Mazillas, record release with Volto. Volto. At the Viper Room, 8852 West Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood. This is Jason's new instrumental album, Come Down, which we've been talking about. It will be released worldwide on iTunes tomorrow. And this Saturday at 8:30 p.m. sharp, he's playing a very special record release party in celebration. The headline act for the night will be Volto, featuring Reverend John Ziegler and Danny Carey of Tool. Jason's bandmates for this very awesome night, Keith Larson on drums, Brian McConnell on keys, and special guest, Jink Kent, it's hard for me to say right the first time, of Civil Defiance, on bass. Doors open at 8 p.m. Tickets available at ticketbat.com. Okay, so today we're connecting to culture via art. I have in the studio with me today American-born Latino of Colombian roots, whose mission is to visually bridge the gap between cultures, artist, illustrator, instructor, who we on the post show know also as a bitchin' bass player for the band Harmful If Swallowed, Carlos Nieto III.
Yay, thank you.
So you're the third one. Are
I'm
the
the
other two as
third
great
one.
as you?
Huh?
Are the other two as great as you?
Mm.
When they start numbering them, that usually means that they're pretty great.
Right, yeah, I mean, you know, practice makes perfect, right? So I'm
You're the
getting
third.
better.
Ooh,
Getting
there's a
better.
charm.
No, my
that.
dad's awesome. I got a lot of my
Yeah, because we're live on air.
from him.
Because we're live on air.
Like, Dad, you're awesome.
Dad, I love you.
Granddad.
Granddad, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
And American-born Mexican artist, illustrator, curator with her roots from Juarez, Mexico, Monique Kimberly Sugar. And we're going to call her either Monique, Kim, or Sugar. We don't know yet. I might just call her Sugar.
I like sugar.
Okay, Sugar. I like that. Okay, so this is going to be a really interesting. This is a really interesting topic for one thing, especially following Mr. Zoe Williams. As we want to talk about connecting to our roots and to culture of where we came from, and it's an interesting topic when it's about Latino art, Mexican art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Carlos, I'm going to let you. What are your views on that? For one thing, those terms.
Right. I think I'm pretty okay with labels. I think it's more about we're so mixed now in terms of just human race that yes, there are specific origins, you know, whether you're specifically from Brazil or from, you know, England or wherever, but I feel over the generations we've mixed so much, we don't know what our great ancestors did and where they traveled and where they settled. So, I mean, I could through tracing my lineage down through Colombia, I'm sure there was a mix of, you know, indigenous and Spanish, and then also from the Spanish, a mix of Spanish and even Arabic, maybe, because you have like the Moors and the Spanish people living in
French,
in Spain, right? In French, yeah. So there's a lot of mixture that I will never know about, you know. Mm-hmm. And I think that nowadays, I think we see the current wave of identity and things, and then we just stick with that. But then we don't. A lot of times we don't go beyond that. You know.
Well, and I think it's interesting because I saw this show as a Latino art topic, and it really, after I gave it more thought, it's more about like the way people want to be represented, and what better way to express yourself of your roots and what you're about,
Right.
than through art. Like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's an awesome
For
thing.
example, I'm going to call you Kim for now. Frida's a big influence on you.
Right, big time. And again, going back to like the labels, I think right now, especially with the whole like Trump thing, and he just wants to label.
We don't talk about that.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
For
I'm
me.
just kidding.
That's why it was
Must not be
important
named.
for me to be like, no, I'm a Mexican, because he kind of like wants to generalize everyone as, you know, and I want to take ownership and say, this is where my roots come from. Frida's a big influence, yeah.
Okay,
but
let
I
me
want her
ask
to
you
be as
something.
positive.
So is this, did this get stronger? I'm not a politician. I don't get into politics typically, but I'm just curious. I'm not going to say if I'm a Trump fan or not. Yes, I will. I hate that motherfucker. What a fucking idiot. It's embarrassing. Okay, but anyways, that said, so did your ties to Mexico get stronger
No,
since Trump?
it's strong all the time, but I think I just
brought it,
yeah.
probably brought it to the surface.
or I just wanted to be like in terms of like the show. Okay, like, can you just represent me as a Mexican artist,
Yeah.
because that's what I am. Especially right now, I want to put some positive reinforcement on our culture, because in the media, and especially through his mouth, it's being just ran through the mud. Like, what the fuck, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why it was important for me.
Can
for
you
the show.
can you say fuck more closer to the mic?
Trump.
Just move it kind of towards you. I know they're kind of synonymous in a negative
awesome.
negative. I shouldn't even be talking about. I usually don't go there. I usually don't go into like my specific thoughts on religion or politics, but this isn't politics. This is just a crazy circus. But I do know people who are voting for him. Believe
Oh,
that
I
or
know.
not.
Me
I don't
too.
hang out with these people. No, it's just because we're not like-minded, obviously. How could we be? Okay, so I think it's weird because now more than ever, this is what's strange to me, because for one thing, we're just talking about Ultimate Jam Night, and you know, there's still people with issues with gay. I don't even get it. I don't even understand that either. But it seems like the closer we get in technology, like it's bringing the world together, people are trying to maybe they're struggling for representation in a sense, especially if there's derogatory stuff going around. A lot of it does have to do with technology and
The internet.
media, and
Sure.
There's
it brings
trolls
everything
everywhere.
closer, and then you see, wow.
But I think that's a great vehicle to use to actually put out that message, right? So it's like, that's why I love Instagram, and I'm always on Instagram, because I'm like, I don't want to take photos of myself. I'd rather take photos of my art and display my message
I know it's
through my
hard
art.
to get a selfie out of you. God,
Yeah.
I stalked and stalked. I mean, at first it's like, what does this guy even look like? No, I'm just kidding. No, thank God you're in a band, so I have the band
yeah,
shots.
right? Unlike the people that like take photos of themselves hiking. Look, I'm hiking, and like
Oh,
there's a
that's
leaf
me.
of
That's what
grass
I do.
behind you. It's all you. Oh,
Look
you
at what
do
I'm
it?
eating.
Yeah, I do that.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah, I do
funny.
that. I love selfies. Frida loves selfies too.
No, I don't mind.
Frida loves
selfies.
selfies too. Oh my gosh, that's funny
But
stuff.
yeah, I mean, it's whatever. It's your individuality.
Yeah, yeah. No, but you're not one of these people like the whole frame is you. And
Oh,
then,
no.
and then like
Well, I
you
don't
see a little
know.
piece of the mountain in the back, and like, look, I'm hiking. It's
Maybe-
nature.
Well, okay. You know what's interesting though? I mean, if you do, like, I travel a lot alone. I love to travel alone. No offense to anybody that I've said no to about traveling with them, but don't take offense to it. It's just me. I love to travel alone because I can do whatever I want, and
Spontaneous. You could do, yeah.
and it's a little scary depending on where you are. Even, I mean, as a woman traveling alone in weird places, it's scary anyway. And I like it.
That's what I want to do one day.
I really
need
like.
to travel alone.
Okay, so you have to take. You're alone. So you have to take a picture of the thing and you with the thing.
Right.
You have no choice but to take selfies
Yeah.
because you have to. I was there, but I mean, you could get the picture of the thing online, and it would be a better picture than you took. So you have to
But
say,
you have
I
to,
was
you
here,
have
but
to
here's...
prove you were there, right? You have
Yeah.
to document it.
Yeah.
So I selfie the hell out of things then. Because you have to, like I said. You
I
have
just
to
don't look
get-
good in selfies. That's the thing. You know?
Oh, stop.
You need a selfie stick.
I thought you were going to say you need a photographer for your selfies.
I don't think that works that way.
Right, exactly.
Okay, what are we doing on time? I have no idea. Oh my gosh, we're way off on time. Okay, we're going to have to take a break, right? Oh, wow. How did that happen? Okay, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
I want
That's
to
funny.
travel.
We were doing spoken word, spoken song, but we talked about photographers, we talked about painters, we talked about dancers, we talked about Shakespeareans, regular actors, poets, writers.
Art on any level, whether it's music, visual art, writing, you know, any kind of creative endeavor, that there's a value to it.
We merged the worlds together, the art world and the music world.
You know, they say everything is with the right brain, the visionary, the imagination. So what we need to do is, as spirit beings who have limitless potential, is to tap into the left brain.
When you improv, you're completely connected to the music. I'm coming from the opposite direction. I started with the best of the best.
Exactly.
Right? I started with Versace and Armani and Yves Saint Laurent.
It's kind of becoming like the rock star thing to do is instead of being in a band and going on tour, we just go on tour to paint walls. And
it is a challenge for us how to be true to ourselves and at the same time be able to pay bills, be able to do it as a vocation.
The industry has changed. We have gaming, we have animation industry.
I started my career as an animator, a Disney character animator.
A figure drawing instructor at Noman School of Special Effects.
Create a sculpture within a sculpture within a sculpture. You can create things that unfold, you can create things that work and walk around and things like that. So people's imagination is just going to be ignited.
Yeah, I was a professional stage actor for 8 years in New York.
What was weird is that when I was spinning around, I literally I started laughing uncontrollably, and I felt like I was going insane.
Creativity and art in all shapes and forms is a way of communication with everybody. It goes through language barriers and racial barriers and everything.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, so you two are both from LA.
From LA,
Born and
yes.
raised, yeah.
Born and raised in LA.
From Silver Lake, California.
So for how far back? How many generations?
I'm the first generation. My parents
Okay.
came from Colombia, and then my brother and I were born here.
How about you?
First generation LA. My
cool.
grandparents met in Chicago, out of all places.
Wow.
Had their kids there, and then they migrated to LA like in the 70s.
You know, I was doing research on this topic, and 22% of Mexicans live in the United States.
I'm surprised. I thought it would be more.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did you really?
More, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it. Maybe not in the Midwest, but like on the coasts, maybe.
Texas, especially.
But maybe I'm sure.
But how
I'm
did-
sure that's
how
that's
does-
right.
Where does that number? It probably comes from the Census Bureau, so it's probably not right. Right?
Well,
Anything-
I just figure like the whole historical thing where
No,
like,
that's true, yeah.
like the whole western coast wasn't that Mexico, right? All
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and then once they came over and came over and took it over.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that could be right.
Okay, we're gonna check out Carlos's art. Let's check it out and
Yeah,
see what he's all about.
I want to see my art.
I know, right? Okay,
Wow.
that's what Carlos does. And Carlos was saying, "Oh, some of that's really old."
I haven't seen some of those in years.
I know, but
Some
the
from,
thing
like,
is,
sketchbooks.
you know what's? Yeah, exactly. But that's part of the creative process. And some people go, "Oh my God, that was so old, so old ago,
So old ago.
so long ago, so old, or whatever." But it's part of your journey. There
It's
is
true.
something that you, in my opinion, my personal experience, that you lose as you evolve as an artist. That vulnerable, innocent stuff that is golden, you actually lose because you keep trying to get better, get cleaner, get.
Sure.
You lose that.
You start to conform to
You-
what the rules of the art world is, and that's why
Most artists do, yeah.
And that's why I think it's pretty sad. But yeah, I agree with you. It's true because you start thinking like I have to do this in order to be an artist.
No. But the weird thing is about that is you can't go back to that.
I think you can though, because I still go back to some of my sketches
You
in
can't
terms of
forget
concepts.
Well, concepts you can, but
Right.
actually that vulnerability, that
Oh, I see what you're
that
saying.
innocence, you can't go back to.
Right.
You already know the shit.
Discovering
It's like,
discovering the drawing as you're doing it and the line work and how it's going to.
You know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I see
Definitely.
what-
Okay, we're gonna have to take a break. We're almost back on schedule. We got way off, but we are almost back.
I need more
We'll
champagne.
see you in a minute. I have with me today two gorgeous individuals with style and major skills.
Never too early for bubble.
Have you ever had a champagne bath?
Oh, yes, I have actually in France.
Were you sticky afterwards?
Daniel is also an ordained minister.
For you, and I can marry you. And
Wouldn't,
I gotta buy
wouldn't that be bigamy or big of you?
Pamela Anderson, Anna Nicole Smith, Stevie Nicks. I mean, that's like how diverse I can be. So you have the president's daughter, and I'm doing her. But then I can also go do somebody who's hot and young in Hollywood and, a troublemaker.
Danny does everybody. How did that feel?
To win?
Two-time EDM Artist of the Year. And
We come from small towns, so to be a small town Aussie boy, coming all the way to Hollywood and surviving.
For one thing, yeah.
For one thing, and then winning, it felt amazing. People would be driving down the street like, I love your hair!
Yeah, I got bored, and I wanted to change my look a little.
If you get bored, just go pink.
Yes, of course.
had the green hair. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting so much attention. And all I've done is change my hair.
Yeah, but you're super hot anyway, and then green hair, it just brings more attention to a super hot
Oh,
guy.
well, thank you. Lucky to have those gorgeous men naked in the garage while
yeah,
we were shooting
gorgeous
that
men.
video.
Gorgeous men naked in the garage. You're talking my language right now.
Oh my God. You go in and out. It's Hollywood.
Okay, that was a clip of the DeCrisio and BP Major show episode. BP Major will be with Susie Malone on the July 1st show at the Federal. So definitely check that out because he's amazing as well. All three of those people that have been on the show are amazing. Susie Malone, Ariel Hartman, BP Major. You gotta see it. Creativity at its finest. Okay, so tomorrow, Tuesday, June 28th at 8:30 p.m. Don't miss, especially after all this, don't miss Ultimate Jam Night at the world-famous Whiskey A Go-Go, 8901 Sunset Boulevard, West Hollywood. It's Independence Night. Rock, funk, pop, alternative, just when you thought you've heard it all. As always, no cover. As always, amazing shows tomorrow and every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. Also tomorrow, 7:45 to 9:30 p.m., Trigger Finger Improv at Long Hard Tuesdays. Of course, this is comedy, right? Who else would get away with Long Hard Tuesdays? Pack Theater, which is funny too after that. 6470 Santa Monica Boulevard, Los Angeles. Watch History Get Made and see the reunion of Triggerfinger, a legendary improv comedy team filled with attractive people. Okay, I'm going to read these names, and I hope I'll get them right. I really tried to research and make sure I could pronounce them right, but I'm not sure if I did it good or not. Okay, Damien Fahy, Michael Garcia, this is the cast, Lou Gonzalez, Angela Janae Parker, Gracie Mercedes Fahy, Stacy Rumaker Bouchot, Nathan Kaywood, and Derek DeGeiter. Also featuring your favorite Pack Theater house teams, yay! Rat Throat and Big Yellow Taxi. Stick around after for the HMS Deathmatch. Tickets are first come, first serve, and I love this part. Pay what you can. That's the creative cult for you. Pay what you can. So pay a lot. If you can do it, pay a lot, please.
I don't know. It sounds like communism to me.
Well,
damn liberals.
We're not going into politics.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm not done with this.
Trump
I'm not
came
done
out.
with
I'm
this. I have
sorry.
to talk about Viva la Lucha. La Lucha? Is that how you say it? Lucha. Okay. Saturday. I'm asking these people. I don't know. I don't speak the language. Okay. Saturday, July 30th, 6 to 10 p.m. Viva la Lucha. Do you know about this going on at the Museum of Latin American Art? Okay. 6-2. So correct me if I'm wrong because I just got this off the thingy. 628 Alaminos Avenue, Long Beach, California. I love Long Beach. Long Beach is great. Lucha Libre Mexicana Entertainment returns for a night of 5 action-packed Lucha Libre matches. Do you guys go? Are you going?
I can't go to that one, but I want to. Really
I've done
bad.
face painting for people that went to there.
That's
That's my
awesome.
connection with that.
That's your That's your 6 degrees. That's all you
That's
got.
my 6 degrees.
Okay, with high soaring kicks and flips guaranteed to make the crowd go wild. Viva la Lucha includes a Lucha Libre marketplace. I should get a job there, right?
You should.
I
You
could
could
be the
totally
announcer.
announce it.
Food trucks, cash bar. Cash bar, that's where you can get cash, I think. It's like an ATM. Art workshops, face painting,
Face painting.
and an opportunity to take your picture with a luchador. What's a luchador? It's one of those
wrestlers.
guys.
It's the guy. What's the girl? Luchadora.
Ah, luchadora.
There you go.
I can't say it like he says it. 6 to 6:55 p.m. There's a film screening of Tales of Masked Men by Carlos Avila in the screening room. Limited seating is available on a first come, first served basis. Don't forget to bring your lucha mask. Prices will be higher at the door. Purchase your tickets in advance at molaa.org. All ages are welcome. So that's pretty exciting. Weirdly, that just came up like this event when you guys were
It
gonna
wasn't
be here. I'm like,
coincidental.
like, seriously, I
Like,
am so serious.
Let me look for a Latino event, or let me look for a
No,
Mexican event.
Yeah,
No.
out out of nowhere, it just came out.
No,
I saw the
no,
notice,
I'm so
too.
serious.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
just
cool.
super cool, right?
I think I did a drawing of Nacho Libre, and everybody's like, "Are you going to the lucha event?" And I didn't even know what was going on.
You should have said, yeah, sure, I'll be there.
I know.
Okay, I do have some stuff kind of related to that. Let's see Kim's video.
Yay.
While we're on that subject.
I want to see what you found.
Let's check it out. Okay, what's funny is when I was totally stalking Kim, I want to call you Sugar. When I was I'm gonna call her Sugar. Sugar's a great. I would totally just go by Sugar or Shugs. It would get to Shugs.
People call me that. They call me Kim. Whatever. It's fine.
I would be called Shugs.
Kim Shugs.
Kimmy Shugs.
Kimmy Shugs.
Kimmy Shug.
I love it.
I have a problem with nicknaming people, and then it just sticks, and then it's a mess. I have a cat named Yoda. Right now, Yoda's name is Pete. And everything Pete. He's Pete. I don't know why. He's Stinky Pete. And then you go, and then you're thinking Pete, and you think Peter Rabbit. You think,
I mean, just go on and on after that.
It's the weirdest thing. I think I got that from my father. He was really a
nicknamer?
A nicknamer. Yeah, when I was born, straight out of the womb, my name was Frog.
Seriously?
Yeah. And it stuck until I made it unstick when I was a teenager, of course. But yeah, I was Frog. So.
Was your dad's idea?
What's that?
That was your dad's idea?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Frog.
Okay. Frog.
But it's out of love, though.
Yeah, he's a nicknamer. Okay, so when I was stalking Sugar, I'm going to be confident in this now.
I like the sound of that. That's good.
I found the Day of the Dead that you did, and that's when you two met. It was 2000. Right? Am I freaky? I'm so sorry if I'm freaking you out right now. Was it 2013?
Oh my God!
I have a horrible memory. Ago. I don't remember where I met.
I don't remember.
Somebody introduced you. Oh, you have to see Carlos's work. He does this.
Somebody, and I can't remember who. And then
my friends or your friends?
I think it was 2013.
It was a mutual friend, and then through that, like 2 years later, we did the mural.
Yeah, we did a mural together.
Isn't that beautiful? The one with the skulls?
The one with the skulls, the skull project.
Okay, you know what? I thought you participated in that, and I thought I saw a photo, but it wasn't clear enough for me to say, oh, yeah, she did this. You know what I mean? So I didn't get that on there, but I think I do have, where is it?
That one was a fun project. I enjoyed that one.
Actually, maybe. Let's see, Carlos. Oh, we're busy. Okay, well, we can see the other wall you did.
Oh yeah. For in Boyle Heights.
Yeah, can you talk about that?
Yeah, that was
the
awesome
Monique wall. I'm so sorry. I thought that would be okay. There.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so tell us about that project.
Somebody reached out to me regarding a mural for webisodes called Gentified, and they're on YouTube right now and Instagram. America Ferreira is an executive producer, and this guy had an awesome story. It's a duo writer team, I think, and the actress I did the mural for, her character is painting it. She's a Mexican American living in Boyle Heights.
Okay, cool.
And I think the liquor store gets bought out by a white gay man who wants to kind of like, gentrify the area. And it's going to be like a trendy farmer's market / liquor store. But the neighborhood is really upset about it. And at the end of the episode, I think he just kind of caves and is like, you know what, just get rid of it, tells the artist. So she ends up having to make a decision if she's going to do that or not. But I'll let you guys watch
my gosh, I'm so excited that I put that up there because I didn't know anything about that at all. I just knew there's got to be something behind this.
Right. Yeah, they were awesome. I drew up a few sketches. They went with that one, and I did it in
so great.
a day. Yeah, it was great.
And we were talking earlier, even the story behind the scenes of that event could be its own movie.
Because I got a lot of slack just for doing it. Not from the older people. It was more the younger guys that lived in that area. One guy ran up on me like, what do you write? Where are you from? And they had a security guard there. Like, it was crazy. And they were getting pretty upset about it. But every older person that walked by was like, this is beautiful. We love this.
Isn't that interesting? It's interesting times right now.
Yeah.
I think more than ever, because like I said, we're so much closer together around the globe, but we're also like, wait a minute. Right. I mean, more easily offended at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, or confused maybe. Like,
Confused,
don't know,
I
okay,
think.
what do I think about this?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a time to think about what are your views.
I think
and why can't they just be everybody's great?
Right, exactly.
It's fear. It's fear
Oh,
and
yeah,
change.
of course.
And
Well, there's only fear and love.
yeah,
Fear and love.
that's true. I think.
My
but-
philosophy.
Yeah. No,
Simple
but,
girl.
And that's what the webisodes are about. It follows 7 characters that are, they're range from older to millennials, and they're struggling. And they're in Boyle Heights, struggling with change, like trying to adapt with the world now while keeping their culture and their values.
Isn't that weird? That's so relevant to this episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's
totally
so
is,
crazy, right? That always happens. Like whatever.
Yeah.
It kind of just comes together. I don't know. Whatever. Okay. I have Carlos painting the world. Let's check. I know this is a little old, but
Oh, yeah, the interview I did.
yeah,
That
let's
was
check
awesome.
that out.
That was fun. Oh, you're awesome. Thanks.
It's really great. Do you see it? Do you see it?
Brought to you by State Farm. For auto, home, life, and banking, get to a better state.
My name is Carlos Nieto III. I'm an LA artist. When I was really young, I started out drawing my own comic book characters and superhero characters, and would just fill up sketchbooks with drawings that I just made up. This is one of my earlier pieces, and this is when I was trying to really delve into the idea of Day of the Dead and what it represents to me. And for me, it was more about the sensuality of life and the celebration of life rather than the morbidness of death. And these are all models that I know, friends of mine, people I ask randomly when I meet people at art shows, and I try to capture the essence of their personality and their character within the paintings. I decided the best way to get my art out into the public view is to have them on things that people would want to buy. So I figured flasks are a really good seller. Everyone likes to drink, especially at art shows. And these are some of the images of my second series that I did. And I'm expanding with these where I'm actually adding more hints of jewelry from different cultures and insects and animals that might represent different things to different people. So we're here at Mercado Hollywood, Jesse Gomez's third location of Mercado, and he asked me to paint a mural that would kind of exemplify a celebration. He envisioned a small Mexican pueblo with kind of like a festive energy to it, and this idea has always resonated with me, so I wanted to play around with this idea because we had different walls in this restaurant, and basically you pick one spot, which is right in this area here, and when you're standing at this spot and look at the full mural, it looks like a real three-dimensional painting. His idea, when I was finishing this one of his ideas was to have a huge wall full of skulls, different types of skulls painted by different LA artists. So this wall here is the skull wall. That top one on the corner is my first one that I did as part of this project, and it's basically, I wanted to do an abstract skull instead of a traditional looking skull. We had a bunch of different artists come in and create all these other wonderful skulls in here, and I came in towards the end and I created this one up here at the corner, and that one was more just an exploration of a traditional, realistic looking skull. I've always believed that if you have a definitive style that's yours, then there will always be a market for your art. We as humans are a mishmash of all different types of cultures, so I'm trying to reflect that in my artwork. So anything from Middle Eastern symbols, Japanese, Indian, African, Pacific Island, we're all a mix of that throughout history, and that's what I want to represent with my artwork. The Day of the Dead idea talks to me because it's just a reminder that we're all temporary here. And it's a celebration of the time that you have here on Earth, and you're doing whatever you can to enjoy it and to create experiences.
Oh, hi. We were talking about
Right
other
on
stuff.
time. You totally planned that.
Okay, so that was pretty cool. Okay, so, and I should have been watching actually so that I could refresh my memory, but your mission, Carlos, is to visually bridge the gap between cultures, whether they be American, Latino, Asian, European, African, etc., in order to show a glimpse of a global culture.
Yeah, I just want to say, everyone, just relax and
Just relax and get along.
We're all the same. We might have different eyes, different skin color, different hair, but we're all the same. We're one organism that has millions of little.
Wait, one orgasm?
No.
I require a few more.
No, we're literally one animal that has a bunch of million.
Yeah.
Individual pieces of it. You know?
Okay, but what's interesting too about you is that you had an interest in where you came from.
Right.
You say great interest, but little knowledge of your roots, and that created a longing for you to connect to your past and where you came from. I think everybody kind of, in some sense, at some point, wants to find out or wants to connect with what they're about, because it's relevant, it's in your veins.
Sure. And to a certain extent.
I'm not an addict.
To a certain extent.
I don't know where that came from. I watched some TV, maybe. I'm actually watching Shameless, and there is some of that, but I don't do that.
CTV is a bad influence.
But that's a funny show. Shameless is funny.
I haven't seen it. I've been so
I've
busy
only
doing
seen the
art.
American version. I haven't seen the British version.
Oh.
There's a British version.
Oh, is there a British version?
Really?
I don't know. I love William Macy. So.
I do too. It's crazy, that show. But yeah.
It's great. Like they don't hold back on anything. That's what I love about it. Talking about creative, that's a good. But you know what I've noticed? I'm sorry, I'm totally changing the subject. But what I've noticed with TV's great right now. Movies not so much. Movie industry isn't as great as TV. There's some great TV. Right. But I think part of it is because, like this particular show and a lot of them, I think it's geared more towards our short attention span. So it goes quickly. It's like, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like every second there's something crazy that happens. There's not a building. There's a mini building. Like you already get it. Okay. One scene and you see that happening, and then it goes right into just like frying you. So I think that's one thing that technology's had TV's got it. They're like,
Yeah.
okay, we have to
Yeah.
go bam, 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 bam,
Exactly.
like social media, or nobody's going to give a shit what we're doing.
It's like the MTV culture, but on steroids now, like, because you got to have everything right at your fingertips, and you have to have that information and everything. It's crazy.
Oh my God, it's 1:47. This is not good. Okay, we are going to go on a break, right? Say, go on a break, Poe. Damn it. Stop talking.
Previously on Vantage Point.
I think what we're doing, like a big mural stuff, it's different from traditional art because people actually have to see it, either if they like it or not.
Right.
It's there. Like a traditional art, like the stuff I do in the studio, even people have to choose to go to see it. That's different from painting on the street level.
Yeah.
Like people actually see it, and I think there's something happening there.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointberlin.com.
Previously on Vantage Point.
Stopping a train, doing a hookah or double hookah in the station within 3 to 5 minutes is definitely not an old school thing. That's a new school thing. And I think it's nothing to be ashamed of, saying, new school, old school, whatever. We respect the old school from Berlin as much as pretty much from any other country. I'm just saying that what we are proud of is that, we found a new way because the system got a lot harder talking about trains, and we found a new way of getting stuff done.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointberlin.com.
Previously on Vantage Point.
My focus really in the late 90s, early 2000s, and still is today, but more so back then, was painting freight trains. I wanted to see where these things were going. I went out there and did a lot of train riding. Got really knowledgeable on the trains and where they were going and how long they were there for, and figured out what cars were going where. So I think that side of the system really interested me. It wasn't just painting graffiti on a train, it was sort of like this whole network that you're kind of becoming part of.
To listen to the full interview and find more information, visit our website at vantagepointradio.com.
Sorry. We forgot we were doing this again. We started talking about stuff. Oh my gosh. What time is it? Ooh, 1:49. Oh my god. Okay. So, sugar. Okay, I want to show these skateboard decks because you did these, right?
Yes.
Is it skateboard, right?
Yes.
Did you do snowboard too, or just
I
skateboard?
did a snowboard a long
I
time
thought
ago.
so. I saw it. I freak.
99,
Okay, check this out. And you're also a Star Wars fan.
I am a big Star Wars fan. Like that. Oh my god.
And you also, we're going to skip that, of course, video because we don't have time for it, but we're going to go to also the merch. You also, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a big Morrissey fan as well, obviously.
Okay,
Is
but
that, yeah.
okay, but what's cool and what I wanted to bring up is, for artists to make it, sometimes merching is a good idea.
Yes.
They do it in music as well. Merching is not a bad idea, especially like flasks. Are you kidding me?
Right?
Everybody wants one of those.
Everyone wants a flask.
Everybody wants a flask with a
They don't
Day
even
of the
drink
Dead
out of it. They just
character
put on
it.
their. They just I want it for my bookcase.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
do
can
most
have-
people not use it?
No, they just. I
Yeah,
want it
it's
for
a
my bookcase.
collectible.
But you can use it.
You could totally use it. I often do.
Do you have one now? We're out of
No,
champagne.
not today. Sorry.
Okay, so I think we're running. Oh my God, we are out of time. Okay, so tell me, where can we find you, Sugar?
Well, I work at Casita del Pueblo.
Oh, I
A
didn't
lot
even
of-
bring that up.
A lot of my merchandise is there at the shop that I work with. I work with the owner, Yolanda Garcia. She's, the whole place is a vessel to promote up-and-coming artists. And
where
great.
is that? Where's the?
It's
where
in
is it
Uptown
live?
Whittier.
Okay.
We have a
Oh, that's right,
gallery.
Whittier.
We have shows once a month that go to a certain theme, and we look for artists on Instagram, on social media.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
It's so great.
And I do
See,
an active role
social
in that.
media. Do you see? This
Yeah,
is
you
how
gotta
technology
have an Instagram.
connects.
A lot of artists are like, I don't have an Instagram.
What's
You have to.
what's the upcoming show about?
Frida
Frida.
Kahlo. It's her birthday, July 6th. So we're having a big dedication show on July 9th. and we're inviting artists to email us with your pieces and for submission for the show.
Okay,
That'll be
check
fun.
it out.
That'll be
Okay,
really fun.
Carlos, where can we find you?
I am everywhere. I do illustration. I do sign painting. I actually teach anime workshops. I go to libraries and teach kids and teens how to draw anime.
Didn't even get to all that.
Yeah, you can go to animeyourway.org. That's my website, or my name, CARLOS NIETO III, and then art.com. That's my website. I am working on a graphic novel right now, my first ever graphic novel about a Latina superhero in Echo Park.
This superhero is going to be back on the show.
When I release it, I'll release it here.
When do you think?
You know what? I'm really bad at writing.
book you
I'm
now.
horrible
I gotta
at
hook 'em
writing.
up with,
I need a
with
writer. If you know of any writers that are,
I can write.
You know what? I put an ad on Craigslist saying I need to hook
No,
up
what do
with
you
a
mean?
female Latina writer because or Mexican writer, because what I want to do is I want to get that perspective. And I got at least 3 emails of people saying, "Fuck you, you're racist." I'm like, why? Because I want to be authentic about my character. So yeah, that's my.
God. I'm gonna refer you to Sandy, my cousin Sandy. She's super smart and she'll
Let's
take
do
care of
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep you guys posted on that. It sounds like Carlos is going to be back again for this 3rd episode. Okay, keep tuning in. Any of the past shows, the archives, anything that's coming up on the show, anything that's been on the show, go to wetpuzzlepiece.com and you'll get all of that info. Okay, and keep checking my social media. You can like to all my media. And then you'll know what's going on all the time because I'm a media freak. And you'll see people like this and topics like this and more. Okay, so keep checking it out. Happy 4th of July weekend. I'm not going to be here Monday, but I'll see you at the Federal Bar for La Magique Fantastique. And I'll see you at Jason Achilles Mazilla's album release. And what else is going on? My friend's having her sobriety birthday party if anybody wants to come to that on Monday. Anyway, those are things coming up. Oh! An ultimate jam night tomorrow night. No cover. Great bands. Check it out. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
You are watching T-Radio Me, Radio and TV.